Hi, and in this video we're going to look at ways to promote your website for free, which is always an attractive proposition. Because basically there are two different ways to promote your website: paying for traffic with adverts, either on Google or Facebook or wherever else, or getting the traffic for free. Of course it's not totally free because you'll need to spend some time on it, but you don't need anything more than a computer and an internet connection and some time. So the methods I'll be talking about in this video are about as close to free as you're likely to get. And even if you do a mix, it's worth it because different people look in different places on the search results and find you different ways. The one that's as old as the hills really is writing articles content. As long as the printed word's been around, there's been articles, and the internet's no different. And articles are a great way to get really targeted visitors to your website. You probably nowadays won't get very many visitors, but the ones you get will be interested because they've read through your article and then clicked at the end. Your first few articles will probably take a while to write because most people treat them the same way as they wrote essays at school, as a chore that just has to be done. And they're not like that, because once you get in the swing of writing and use good techniques, they're actually nowhere near as scary as you first thought. And there's a link below this video which will show you how you can write an article like the one I've based this video on in about 20 minutes. But in a nutshell, decide on a headline, and then jot down around about 5 topics that you'll write about that relate to that headline. And then write about 100 words on each topic, as though you're sending an email to a friend. You'll be surprised how fast you get your articles written and how good they are in quality. And they improve over time because you get practice, like everything. The next thing you can do, and it does work really, really well, is post on forums. There's almost certainly a forum related to your niche, either directly related or has a sub-forum within it that's related. And just do a very simple Google search. Just use a couple of words you'd normally search for and then add the word forum before you press the search button. Then you need to go into the forum and check whether it's busy or not, because almost all of them show the number of threads, which are topics, and the number of posts or replies. The bigger the number, the better. They'll also show you the time and the date of the most recent posts, and you want those to be recent, ideally, or definitely today, and ideally within the last couple of hours. The busiest forum I use is constantly being updated, but others are more sluggish, and you need to check that. If there are only a handful of posts a day, you'd effectively be talking to yourself, so don't bother with that forum, move on to the next one. They're around. The next way, and again it's because it's worth getting a mix of results, it's good, is guest posting on relevant blogs. It takes a bit more effort, but it's definitely worth doing. Some blogs that are in your niche or that cover your niche will accept guest posts. It's a bit like article marketing, but on a smaller scale. Article marketing sites, tens of thousands of pages usually, sometimes even more than that. Guest post on a blog, a few hundred pages maybe. They're not quite as organised an article site like the one I posted this article on originally. They're kind of more like YouTube, which has a handful of categories at best. It's pretty much that it. And some ask that you submit a topic first, others ask you send the complete article, but they'll usually spell out the requirements, number of words, the style, the amount of self-promotion you're allowed to do, which is links, that kind of thing. Google have said they're cracking down on it, but in practice it's highly unlikely they couldn't do, otherwise sites like Huffington Post, which are pretty much a guest blog, just on a very large scale, would be clamped down on, and that's not likely. So when you send off your email, you just wait for the reply, which can be prompt, can be slow, or it can just never happen. It just falls into a black hole somewhere. And the first few times you won't know which of these are likely to happen on any given blog, and it can be really frustrating. I've had one that I sent off a couple of months ago and they said, oh, we'll get back to you on the page within about 3 or 4 weeks, and they haven't yet. And you either sit there pressing refresh, hope for a reply, or over time you build up relationships with 1 or 2 of the places that you're guest blogging on, and things become easier. And you'll probably even get people approach you saying, well, you guest posted there, would you like to put an article on my site? Or you can shortcut the whole process and just spend a few dollars on a site like Fiverr and pay to have your guest post added. That works well. Or you can join a site like Blogger Linkup and get a regular email with guest posting opportunities, and again that works well. And there's links below this video, and you can get more ideas for promoting your website for free. And if you'd like to know how to write articles that, as I said, this was originally faster, take a look at the link that's how to write an article in 20 minutes. Again, you probably won't do it in 20 minutes the first time, but the 10th or 15th time you probably will. And they're good quality, so go for it. Thanks for watching.